I'm going to show you a super quick card today. It's really fun. It's bright and cheery, and it uses several new things from the upcoming occasions catalog. I'm going to show you the stamp set Bloom by Bloom, and it does have a whole suite of products, but the only thing that I'm going to use today is actually the stamp set. It's a photopolymer stamp set, but it does have some paper. It has Memories and More cards. Everything's super bright and cheerful. It's got a itty bitty Blooms punch set. It's got ribbon. It's got an embossing folder. It has enamel dots. But all I'm going to use today is the stamp set. I am going to mix it with another bundle that, oh, I only have half of it here because it's giant. It's a giant bundle. Let me see if I can find it. It's called Well Said. I must have moved the other half of it because it comes in 2 boxes. I don't even see where I put the other box. Oh, here it is. I have so much stuff on my table. So it is 51 stamps. So here's most of the basic words like belated, graduation, retirement, sympathy, congratulations, birthday. And it is a new cling mount stamp set. So they'll stick to your stamps really well. And then the other half has a lot of sayings that can go on the inside of your cards. The one I'm going to use today says, whatever, whenever, I'm here for you. One that I really like is a birthday one. I mean, a wedding one. And it says, there's so many of them. It's may the rest of your lives be the best of your lives. I really like that one. There's some sympathy ones. Know that love, prayers, and caring surround you today. You mean the world to me. There's just a lot of inside greetings. Although I did make it the outside of mine. And then it is a bundle. So it comes with, if you choose to get the dies, it comes with a ton of dies as well. So it has big words, so you can go ahead and then make total sayings out of your words. And then it has some flowers and a bunch of little things. One thing I really like is that it has the and the exclamation point separated from the words. So I can't remember. It's that time of year where I can't show you the inside of the catalog. I thought I kept the folder here. There's maybe 21 of these, or maybe I'm getting that confused with the butterflies. There's a lot of dies, and normally I take them and I put them all on my little magnetic boards while I'm at my table, but there's so many dies in the sets that I've been using recently that my magnet boards are full with just the couple that I've started with. So, it is what it is. So I'm making it work. I've got dies all over the place. And the one that I'm going to start on in a minute also has a lot of dies. So there's just dies laying all over my table. But you can see that I'm going to go with some fun spring, summer colors that haven't been in my repertoire recently because of Christmas and fall. So I have Lemon Lime Twist, which is going to be retiring once this occasion's catalog is really in full swing because it was a 2017, 2019 in color. So those will be on their way out. So Lemon Lime Twist is going to be the base of my card. This was a card that I made for my trades, for my demonstrator friends. So, when I do those, I like to pick ones that are a little bit quicker. So this was a quick one. I don't have any scrap paper here. Let me find some scrap paper. I was just taking pictures of all of the cards. I don't see any scrap paper. I'll just stamp on my table and then I'll wipe it off later. So what I want to do, I'm going to make some, when you kind of do your own designer series paper. So when you do that, you're going to start with your largest stamp first. So I have my largest leaves. And I have not replaced, the only stamp sets that I don't have in the new ones are the outgoing in colors, which always sounds funny to me, the outgoing in. So I'm going to start with my largest stamp, which are these leaves. And I just want to kind of fill up my paper. And with the photopolymer, you can make sure that you stamped everywhere. So before you lift up your stamp, just make sure that you can see that the ink is taken. I'm going to do 3 of the big images. So when you start with your largest images, then you can fit everything in and you work down to your smallest. If you start with your smallest, then stuff starts to overlap. And these are all just going to be random. I do want to go off the edge, but it's easier to go off the edge with my smaller things. So then I'm going to go with my next flower, and I have Flirty Flamingo. And I just walked over to my cupboard for color choice on this, and I just picked colors. Colors that looked bright and that I hadn't used for a while, partly because autumn, Christmas, these just aren't the colors that were making the rounds, and I wanted something that looked floral and bright. So that was how I went with that. And then I was going to go with Lovely Lipstick, which is one of the colors for the background of my paper. But then I realized that I have a lot of Lemon Lime Twist, and it's an outgoing color, so it's one of my favorites, so I decided to go with that. Again, I'm going to do 3 of these big flowers. Just because 3 is your eye is drawn to 3s in triplicate, so with my 3 big things, I'm going to do that. So that was Flirty Flamingo. And then with my Lovely Lipstick, this little thing here makes a center of the flowers, which is one of the things that the little punches will do. They'll punch out some more smaller centers to go in the flowers. But with a Lovely Lipstick here, I'm just going to make these centers. And you can see this is making really pretty designer series paper background really simply. And you could even just kind of leave it like that. There's some new gingham paper that would be really cute with this. Now I'm going to work down to the next largest image, which is the next flower. And this is Mango Medley, which is not a new in color, but it's a new color. And with this one, then I'm going to kind of go off the edges. And just kind of fill up some of the space that still doesn't have anything. And this one I'm going to do more than 3 because they're not as large and the color's not as strong. Just kind of add these around. You know, it's all subjective, and I made like 7 of these so far. And they all look different, but they all look fine. You know, when you're all said and done, they're all different, but it all kind of looks like when you cut a piece of 12 by 12 paper apart that's got random designs, they often don't look the same. And then this is Granny Apple Green, which is another new color. And I'm just going to fill in again. Some of the spots with it. And I'm not going to do very much with it. Just a few. There we go, that's good. I don't want it to be too busy. And then I have the words for my set, and I did choose the one that says, whatever, whenever, I'm here for you. But I want the you, which I've already done. This is, if you watch my butterfly video, that's I just did. This is black foil paper that I've put the Big Shot adhesive on the back. And because I was doing these for trades, I was just rolling a bunch through, and I already have one. So you're not going to get to have to watch me roll that through. So I've already punched this, so it has sticker adhesive on the back, the Big Shot adhesive. So it's all ready to stick on there. So I don't need the word you that's on the stamp. You can see it says you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, if you haven't used the adhesive before and you want to see how to do that, just go over and watch the butterfly video. It would have posted maybe right before this one. Maybe 2 before this one. I think the car one will have posted. So I've just got some washi tape. And I'm just going to cover up the word you. Just like that. Which made it super quick when I was doing my swaps. Because you could take a marker or you could just be super careful. But if you're doing a lot of them, then you don't want to have to be super careful and take a long time putting all your ink on. Then what I wanted to do was on each card, I kind of twisted this around to where I had the best place to put like the most white space. So they're all all of my cards were a little bit different. So once you ink that up, then you just come over here and you take off that little bit of washi tape. And then I just chose a white spot. And it's not going to all be white, but it's enough because this is black. So you can see, then it just leaves the space for me to put my U in with the black foil. So in my head, when I was designing, this was kind of where I was going to stop with it because I wanted it to be simple. So I'm just going to peel this sticker sheet off. And the nice thing with the sticker sheet is it often takes the back of your letters out, see? So I don't even have to use my pokey thing. Which when you're doing a lot of something, that's just fabulous. So this was kind of where I was. I'll show you my design thought process. And that was kind of, this was bigger originally, so it filled the whole thing. And it was just kind of So I went and got the black. And that kind of pulled the black ink in. And it was a little better. And I thought it really needs ribbons. So I wanted the new ribbons. But the coral ribbon that comes in this suite, I went to get my catalog to see what ribbon comes in the suite. And I hadn't used coral. So I went, and one of the new ribbons actually happened to match because it has the granny apple green on one side. And on the other side, I didn't use the color, but it still looks beautiful. It is maybe pool party. I don't have it open. It doesn't, I don't think it says. This is, oh, Coastal Cabana. So it is a beautiful ribbon. It goes with, there's a suite of products that is candy, and it goes with that. So when you tie it, you're going to get both colors. So it was just the finishing touch that my card needed. So I just did my bow where I use the least amount of ribbon and the least amount of bulk for my cards because I am mailing these to the other girls with more than one card. And we do full card fronts, so, I mean full cards, not just card fronts. And I'm mailing my daughters with mine, so there'll be 4 cards in the envelope. So there, it just makes it nice and flat. You get a hint of the Coastal Cabana. Just trim those off. And then I'm just going to take the edge of this. And then you just kind of lay this where you want it to be. And I don't want adhesive all over the front of my card. So I'm just going to kind of a little bit where I want the center to be. And that will hold that in place. And then you flip this over. And you can see on this side it's the Coastal Cabana. Just wrap those around. And it saves a little bit of ribbon, and it saves that much bulk. I could have cut it a tiny bit shorter, but you know, it is what it is. And then you just want to make sure that you also get adhesive right there on that side of the card so it holds your ribbon in place. And the black, I think, sets that off nicely. It pulls in, it highlights the black on there. And then just put it on the front. And there are enough sayings in this that if I wanted, I could have made a saying with the set for the inside, but because it was a trade, and my other card that I did was already done, and I just wanted to be finished because I was a day late for my trades. So there you go. Super fast, super easy, bright and cheery. So when the doldrums of winter in January and February are upon us, this is a bright, cheery card that you can send. And you could mix it with a lot of the different sayings that are in that set. This particular stamp set doesn't have any words. I'll show it to you again since you don't have if you don't have a catalog or you don't have the stamp set. It doesn't have words, and I didn't use a whole lot of the stamps. I used this one, this one, this one, and then the 2 leaves. So there are a bunch of them I didn't use. So you could pull in all kinds of different fun combinations, and you can make it match the paper as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day, and I will see you back again soon with some more previews. Bye.